I want to start first by going kind of back in time a little bit because
Take it back.
you weren't always Miss World America. Let's go back to growing up. Like, where are you from, and who were you as a kid? Like, what did you want to do? You know, like you obviously didn't want to be Miss World America, or maybe you did, but more than likely, it's a different story for that.
Well, I am a California girl. I'm from NorCal, born and raised in San Jose. I lived there for most of my life, and I moved down here to LA about 2.5 years ago. So some people would consider me to be a newbie still. Growing up, I had many different ambitions. I never locked in on one thing, but I always knew that I was an entertainer and that I loved to perform. Starting at, I think, age 5 is when my parents started to notice, like, the stage is her element. This is her calling. I took dance classes. I started doing acting and modeling when I was a young person too. And when I was a teen, I really started getting into pageants competitively. And I competed for many years. I was a former Miss California Teen USA, so I have held a title before. But then just 2 years ago, I entered the Miss World America pageant, and I was the first runner-up. And then I came back again last year and was able to win. So this is like definitely the biggest title of my career. I would say all of the different things I've involved myself in helped me sort of prepare for that. Acting, modeling, there's a lot of transferable skills to pageants. So it's been an incredible journey that's lasted my whole life. And what a way to go out on such a high note.
Absolutely. So you were Miss California twice.
So I was Miss California Teen.
Okay.
And then later when I did Miss World America, I represented California at the pageant. So yes, I could say I'm a twice Miss California. Wow. Yeah. What a flex. No flex zone.
So did you always want to just do that, or like were there other dreams? Like what was the dream growing up outside of that? Or was it just I want to do pageants? Like did you want to be an actor? Like did you want to get into like Broadway since you were doing like musical stuff?
I don't know if I can pinpoint one career that I've always wanted, but I've dipped my toes in a lot of different industries and fields. I do love acting. I love modeling. I also like entertainment journalism. So kind of doing what it is that you're doing now, interviewing people and finding out what's happening in my community, keeping my finger on the pulse.
I've seen you interview people at CineQuest, right?
Yes, I have. I've interviewed people at CineQuest. I've worked for them for many years. And I also do love music. I sing and I play a couple different instruments. So all around creative person.
Yeah.
As for what I'm actually going to do with my life in terms of a concrete job, I don't know.
Still trying to figure it out.
I'm still figuring it out, as I think most people are.
That's okay.
So we're going to see what comes from it. But I'm enjoying my job as Miss World America right now and open to what the future has.
Awesome. Well, the future is bright for you. I think you do a lot of different things. I loved watching your talent.
Thank you.
And
There's a story behind that too.
Is there?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So my initial talent for Miss World was something completely different. I was going to sing a song in Spanish and play the Venezuelan guitar, which is called the cuatro.
Because you have Venezuelan roots.
Yes, my mom is from Venezuela and she immigrated to the States. So I'm actually a dual citizen of both countries.
So cool.
And Latina, so I have my shared heritage through my mom's side. So to pay homage to that, I was going to sing and play the Venezuelan guitar for my talent. As I thought about it more, I realized that transporting an instrument all the way to India was going to be so hard. And there's always a possibility that something could happen to it. It could get damaged in transit. So I sort of came up with a different idea. I knew I wanted to sing for sure. So I picked a song. And the song that I picked was Born to Entertain. And it's from the musical Ruthless.
Yep.
Watching the character and doing my research on it, I realized she is dancing. She's doing tap. She's performing for this talent agent that comes over to her house. So I have to do more than just sing it, right? I'm not doing the character justice if I just sing it. So I realized, okay, I'm going to have to dance too. So I'm going to sing, I'm going to dance. And then I still felt like there was something missing because this character is so ostentatious. She's larger than life. So you really got to put on a show if you're performing this. So about a month before the pageant, I looked up burlesque fans, like sort of the showgirl fans that they use in a lot of like burlesque and different Broadway shows. And they're the big ostrich feather fans that are really cumbersome, super expensive. Yep. But I really wanted to try it. I'm like, I'm going to learn feather fans. So in a couple of weeks, I learned it.
So cool.
And I performed with the fans too at my talent. And the audition process for the Miss World talent is brutal. You have to go through 3 rounds. So all 100 girls auditioned. I made it through the first cut, which is about half. Then they narrow it down again to a second round. And then from there, you get selected to perform at the talent show. So I got to perform at the final talent show for the top 25 girls. And it was amazing. I felt super well received. I feel like the audience loved it.
Is it on like YouTube or something? Can people find it?
I've been bugging them for the link.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, send me the video because this was a good performance by me. So
I think we need to get it out there. It was really, really
proof
fun.
of this. But it was definitely a risk. I mean, a traditional pageant talent is usually something more classical, like singing opera or dancing ballet or a piano piece. So knowing that I wanted to do comedy was definitely a risk. I wasn't sure how it was going to be received. And also the routine is a little bit sassier. It's a little bit sexier, right? She's kind of like shaking her butt and doing all these funny things for the audience. So I really didn't know if they were going to like it or not, especially because the woman who runs Miss World is like in her 80s. So she's kind of like a grandma. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to like give her a heart attack. But she laughed and gasped and reacted exactly how I wanted to. It was perfect. It goes to show, just trust your gut and be yourself, because that will always be well received.
I can see all generations really loving that bit.
It was funny. I remember when I got on stage too. Okay, here's a tidbit for you that's crazy. Do not try this at home. At the end of my talent routine during the first round, I felt this adrenaline and this energy that I needed a big finale to the routine. And so at the end, just spur of the moment, I decided to jump and drop into the splits.
Yep.
I do not know how to do the splits.
Oh, really?
No, at all. I just completely went for it right there in the
You
moment.
could have like tore your hamstring.
Yes, I could have literally gone to the hospital. I just dropped into the splits because I felt like I needed a big finale. And each time I practiced before, I could never do it. But in that moment, I just did it.
Yeah.
And so when I did the second round, again, I just went for it. Somehow miraculously was able to do it. And then in that final talent show, I said, okay, prayers up. I'm going to send it right now. And I dropped into the splits. And since then, I have not been able to do the splits. I just was able to magically do it 3 times. And
Crazy.
since then, it was lost.
I mean,
into
our
space.
bodies will do some pretty incredible things, like if we try to do them. But
yes.
when you do get older, like me, you will hurt yourself. So definitely be cautious when you're doing that. Definitely stretch. Thanks for spending your time with us today on the More For Me and You podcast. If you've made it to the end, we appreciate you. Now, go do us a quick favor. Please like, comment, and share this episode. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode with the incredible guests we have coming up. You can also follow us at Mo2 Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. Oh, and for your next movie night, check out the Mo2 app. It's free and packed with amazing movies and shows you've probably never seen. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the pod.